Three, two, one.
Gotta get it together. Oh, let me dance a little bit. Okay, nah. We ain't gonna play the little intro today. We just gonna get the intro so y'all know what show y'all listening to. All right, we here. We gonna be talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. We are here. We are here.
Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to
Yes.
that, okay?
Keep it going. Yeah. And if y'all first time, don't forget tomorrow we'll be going live on Station Head. So I definitely want to make sure we play that because we're gonna be getting into some things over there tomorrow.
Have you heard? The Wiley Show is expanding and will now be on Station Head every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's right. Download Station Head today. You won't because you don't want to miss Wiley being raw and unfiltered.
All right,
Wiley
so
Show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Station Head.
Station Head.
Let's do it, yo. Finish on.
So excuse my tardiness. We got some tea spilled that we're gonna have to share on Patreon. But let's get into Real Housewives of Atlanta Part 3. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, reunion was extremely this part was boring. Number one, we will have the call-in numbers open, and so I want to give y'all opinion. I'm gonna go in some of the stuff and we're gonna just break it down because it wasn't that interesting to me. Now, probably y'all are a little bit different with your opinion, but it just wasn't a lot. It wasn't my cup of tea this episode. It was literally boring. But Nene left off of the camera. Portia was talking about how she was sent home 6 years ago. They played like a flashback of that. Nene left, and it was like, listen, we can't even send her home because she already at home. And so Nene Leakes, to me, is the star of the show. And let me tell you this, Nene is the star. Anytime she's on there, they just drag her because she's the villain / star, right? And she literally wakes up the reunion. Now, let me see. Cynthia, to me, I'm going to just be honest with Cynthia. Kenya is just using you, Cynthia. She think you're nothing. She think you're trash. She could just walk on you. You're very weak. You seem to me, I don't want to think that you're a weak woman, but you come out boring, stale, and weak. And I don't, if you don't see that Kenya is just using you just to drag you, and then yes, she did try to mess up your engagement. Talk about you're gonna get engaged to that girl. She don't care nothing about you, Cynthia, but you have always been the doormat of the show. Just my humble opinion. Need to grow some. I'm looking for just get her off the show and get Phaedra on her. Anywho. The cookie lady situation, that was boring because I'm like, they really didn't have no much content. Anytime you had to get a white cookie lady to get into spill some tea about a cast member, the show is missing that spiciness. It just, all of this manufacturer stuff just to me wasn't up to par. Maybe because I just went into it. But that's why we got the phone lines open. Y'all can understand. Eva was like, it's a joke. Now, Eva, every time the camera posed you, you had something to say that didn't have nothing to do with you. But you had nothing during the season. You trying to bring all this energy on the reunion. That is some backward stuff. Have that energy when you on every scene that you on the show. Have that energy. And them titties, I don't mean no harm. I ain't trying to drag a woman's breasts, but whoever did that work must have been high on crystal meth because them breasts look deformed. One over here, one over there. And it just, I'm looking like how spaced out them breasts is. Like them, just, and it looked disgusting to me, to be honest. Ooh, it did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I looked at that breast and I looked at her, I'm like, can she cover up? I wanted to give her my polo shirt with my buns up to the top so she could just cover up because, woo, them breasts Whoever did that, you need to get your money back. You need to go ask them to refund your money back to your Cash App card because they did a terrible job. Kenya was like, yeah, Cynthia will not call me out in front of the girl, but she will get me together privately. Hell no, you will drag Cynthia if she have the courage to try to drag you, Kenya. You only have Kenya, you only got Cynthia around because you know you can verbally get her together and treat her like dirt. You can really, you look better than Cynthia, Kenya. You already know that you're more talented than her on the show. Now, you know that. Even if you don't admit it, you know that. And that's why you keep Cynthia around you, to massage your ego and to defend you and to be an ally. Marlo asked the question to Cynthia, would you be friends with Nene if Kenya was around? Cynthia said, no, hell yes, you would have been friends with Nene. If Cynthia, if you wasn't friends with Kenya, if Kenya was on the scene, you would be kissing Nene Leakes butt, because you always need somebody around. You always need a crutch. It's like you can't stand on your own 2 feet. I'm just saying. Now we will open up the phone lines. Now Yvonne, she posts on Instagram that she got to clear the air. And of course, that's when Nene got off. And Eve had to spill the tea because, she ain't got no storyline. She trying to market for the next season. She's spilling the tea that, they talking about you Instagram. Oh, this probably why Nene ain't on here, because Yvonne posted this on Instagram. Yes, that's Cynthia's fault if she wants to be manipulated. Yeah, that is her fault. I'm not, and then similarly, it's Cynthia because Cynthia is older. I believe Cynthia is older than Kenya. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So it's her fault to be going through that. But Eve, you didn't even have to bring it up, but you just want to be counted. Then of course they get into of course, Annie was like, the producer that Nene talked to, the producer said they're not putting respect to her name. And I really believe that Nene leaves because she get tired of the whole cast dogging her out. But they have nothing without Nene. They really can't. Nene brings out their personalities to drag. If Nene not around, the reunion gets boring. Like when she left out, it was kind of boring to me. Now, Blue Sky, she loved the Atlanta Housewives, so she can call in and give her intake on it as well. The issues that I feel as though that Kenya and Nene, and Kenya even said it, that Nene only wanted to befriend her. That's what Kenya said about Nene only wants to befriend Kenya is because of the assets, is because they have an ally on the show. But the question was posed to Candy. Candy was like, I don't know why Nene and Kenya don't get it. I just don't understand. And Cynthia spilling tea, talk about, well, Nene did want to meet Kenya when Kenya was to be asked to be on the show. Then Nene, it was said that Nene never called Kenya during her high-risk pregnancy. But this is the thing. I personally believe Nene, even though, Andy put out there that Nene tried to say, please bring Kenya on the show. She'll be great for the ratings. I personally believe Kenya took Nene's spot for a while. But then Nene started to come back for that title as being the queen of Real Housewives of Atlanta, or the face of the show. I believe they battle with that of who's going to be the face. Some season is Kenya. Some season is Nene. Like they battle for that top spot. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's probably why they clash, because Kenya came in dominating and getting a lot of attention, and she started to get more to be more popular. She became more popular than Nene. Now, y'all probably disagree with that assessment, but that's how me, as a fan of the show, I feel like that's why Nene and Kenya clashes. And I think Nene comes at Candy, even the previous episode, the previous part. I think that Nene comes at Candy because Nene is jealous how Candy gets shows and all that. She always gets spinoffs, and Nene don't get all that stuff because Candy know how to operate. So she know how to do the business. So she's more marketable. And I think that's probably why Nene gets jealous of Candy, because Candy gets the bag. The same way Nene gets jealous of Kenya because Kenya pretty much took her spot. they will lose so many viewers if Nene left. I believe so because Nene is the show. Like, let's be real, Kenya can't bring the drama like Nene. So, all right, now they get to Yvonne. Now Yvonne talking about all the recordings, Snakegate. It was allegedly that it was a recording that Cynthia was talking about Nene, and I was waiting on to hear the recording. I said, "Is a recording on the drop?" Now I stopped listening to it because I got a phone call with some information and some tea that we probably gonna have to spill on Patreon about a preacher and his new boyfriend. Somebody just spilled some tea about this new preacher boyfriend. That it ain't real good. So we'll talk about that on Patreon. But anywho, so I was distracted. But Candy did say this before I clicked off. She said, I believe, Yvonne, that you and Nene are both snakes. Now you're claiming that Nene wanted you to go and record us and get information, and you did that, and you were having dinner with us. It seems to me that y'all both are snakes. And then they said, do you have the recording? She said, I don't know. I just said it, but I don't have an actual recording, but I have text messages. And then they were playing flashback of saying that she alluded that she did have recordings. And I'm like, Yvonne, it's just simple. You want to be a housewife. You want to peach, but sister girl, you're boring. You were putting me to sleep. I was up there wrapping my hair up with this nice hair wrap, and you were putting me to sleep. Like, I'm like, get to it. Where the recording? Now, I'm going to put this right here before we open up the phone lines. Did they play a recording? This is how we're going to have that. Press 1. Did they play a recording? I want to know. Because, like Cynthia said, if you got the recording would have been playing through the season. And I'm like, why give this Snakegate all this power and it's no recording? Even if it's somewhat true that Nene asked, if I don't deny that, but a recording, it would have been more entertaining if we actually heard the recording or heard hearing Cynthia say all that stuff. But at the same time, like Cynthia said, she was already not cool with Nene at that moment. So if her dogging Nene out would have been warranted because she didn't even like Nene, they weren't even cool. So what was the point of that? So the phone lines is open. The number is 646-716-8447. 646-716-8447. 646-716-8447. I'm going to put it, let it scroll down on the screen. So if you have what you want to say about the show, you can press 1. Bravo wasted our time on the third reunion. Yes, they did. And I thought I was the only one, but Blue Skies, I think she's a big fan probably of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So 4429, Carly, you on the air.
It's me, Wiley.
Go ahead.
He cracked me up. Look, you've been on tour all weekend.
Okay.
when you do your first comedy tour, you should say Wiley on tour, because honey, you know how to go on tour.
Okay.
You don't need no publicist. You are your own publicist. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you this.
Go ahead.
This reunion was better than all the. This part was better than the other two parts.
Okay.
This part was good because they talked about Nene and Kenya beefing, and like you said, the only reason they beefing is Kenya want Nene's spot, and Nene always feel insecure. I think when new people come on thinking they're gonna take her spot. Number one, Nene, if you listening to me, listening to the Wiley Show, look, nobody can take your spot. You started that damn Atlanta Housewives. If you look at her back in the day to her now, she became a star. She made her own self a star. She didn't wait for no bookings and all of that stuff. Kenya cannot take Nene's place because Nene started that show, and who is left from that show? The original cast. Nene held on strong. She ventured out even and left the show and came back. Nene started that show.
Mm-hmm.
So why Nene do not need to feel insecure about nobody. If Nene go away for 5 years and they have season 200, she always gonna go down because she held that show together. She held that show together. So I think they just got contrived beef Kenya just beefing for dollars.
Mm-hmm. But this is the
can't-
thing though with like Nene. What gets me, she did flopped when she tried to go and do outside projects, right? It did not reflect into a lucrative career. You know, she tried to do Broadway and oh my God, that was a disaster with them vocals that she tried to sing on The View. You remember that? A disaster.
I didn't see it.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, it was a disaster. It was a disaster, but she tried it.
But she
would not known if it was the work if she tried it and she picked up some coins along the way.
Absolutely. And I said, if she can go and do comedy, I know I can do some comedy. If she
she was trying to put her feet in different ponds so she could see what she could come up with, but she was collecting coins along the way.
Oh, absolutely. She charged people to take pictures with her and all that type of stuff. So she do make her, she makes her money. But my thing is this, me personally, I do believe that when Kenya came on, Nene was afraid that she was coming for that spot. Insecure of herself. And that's why I tell people you have to be secure in your personality. Like myself, I'm very secure in Wiley because whatever platform I go, I'm always going to wake it up. Even if you quote unquote think that you didn't drag me, okay, let you think that with your rotten mouth, I still am secure at being me. You know what I'm saying? Because my name will be mentioned. And sometimes you do need to see the results and the numbers. And Nene, let's keep it clear. Like the ratings are higher when she's on there, in my humble opinion. And her presence are needed on the show.
What she's up to. People want to see what she's up to.
Even if she do got a ghostwriter for her reads, ain't nothing wrong being a ghostwriter for the reads. That it is what it is. It's just as long as you know how to deliver it. You know what I'm saying? If you do it in comedy, you can know how to do it. Wherever sector I go, I know how to wake it up. But that's a skill set, and you have to be secure. Now, I haven't always been secure in my talent. I doubted myself because you pay attention to other people. Don't doubt yourself. It's only one Nene Leaks. It's only one Blue Skies. It's only one Wiley. So you have to be the best person you can be. You can be shady, and you can quote unquote like me. I love to troll every once in a while, but I'm secure. I might copy and paste your tweet. Go ahead, Blue Skies.
Because what Nene should do is just come on there if you getting a cool million or two just to come on there and be shady, I wouldn't get no big drawn off beef with the girl, but I would show some funny, light little shade in a couple of episodes or whatever and take my money and put it in the bank. I wouldn't care what Kenya or nobody else was doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And promote whatever. I know her boutiques are successful. Promote my boutiques or whatever.
And we all, and all of them are, most of them on that show is all in dysfunctional relationships, because if they put half of the interest into their makeup and their hair, into their husbands, and to focus on their personal life and their marriages, they all will be in successful marriage. But I think they put more focus on that persona than their personal lives. You know what I'm saying? Because
now, what do you think about Yvonne though? You think Nene told Yvonne to record?
I'm gonna put her picture up on the screen while we sit and drag that sister. But let me just go on and put her picture up on the screen. Is this Yvonne? Let's put up on the screen. All right, here we go. Now, Yvonne, to me, I just think she's a clout chaser with that gold slicked dress on, looking like she was at a disco bar. Just got through singing disco and just getting in. But I personally do believe, and it looked like she's on the front of a china cabinet too. It just looked like it. I just think that she really want to be a housewife. She want a peach. And she kept, if I was her, I would have got up that line making up a record or something. Like, she got caught up because did she play a recording, Blue Skies? Because I didn't watch the last 10 minutes.
There was no recording.
See?
There's no recording.
So she's that's stale. Like, that's very stale of her.
But why she throw Nene under the bus?
I think she threw Nene under the bus is because she want the spot of the show. I think she stabbed Nene in the back. I think she kissed Nene butt, got around Nene to be a friend of the show, and she saw them checks that Nene got, and she got jealous and she concocted up this lie allegedly just to get a show from Bravo. I really believe that. I believe Nene got stabbed in the back and Yvonne concocted this story up because the cease and desist letter said all of this type of stuff. So I believe Nene has said a lot of nasty things to Yvonne about other people that she don't want out. I did believe that's probably why that letter got out. But I do personally believe that outside of this Snake Gate, she didn't have no storyline. That was her storyline or recording Snake Gate. And when the woman came on with the hair and that purple lipstick that's faded a little bit, looked cheap, and that cheap makeup, so her budget ain't up to par because her makeup look hideous. So that'll let you know that she only did this for financial gain. She only did this for to trend and to get a deal on the show. But obviously, girl, you have failed. You will still be the show, probably the friend of the show. But if Nene advocate you not to be on that, I don't think you would be on the show because you didn't.
Not gonna be on.
I don't think she's gonna be on.
Because all the girls is through with her because she was being sneaky on all sides.
Right. And when you go, ain't nobody going to do no scenes with you or be around with you or spill no tea with you because they're going to be afraid that you're going to quote unquote record them or lie and say, I got to record just to pick up a storyline, you know? But if you got talent,
she's a liar.
Absolutely. If you got talent like and got, you know, like Phaedra or somebody like that, you ain't got to do all that type of stuff. Even, you know, you just got to have them good clapbacks. And I think for this part of it, they really didn't have a lot of reads. You know, I love roasting and gagging. No. And I just got out of a sec.
Because they had those two things to clear up the beef in Kenya, and it took up a long time. And then Yvonne took up the other half.
Right. Yeah. So is this was the last part, right? Is it another part?
This is the last part. But look how Nene left. Now everybody gonna be waiting for it to come back next time.
Yeah.
To see if Nene gonna come back, and they know that's gonna draw her some more money.
Yeah, because they knew that she was needed. Because when she left, it got really dry. When she left off of it,
people don't want to know what she doing.
Right. They be paying.
They want her on that show next time.
Right. They saw in the chat, somebody said actually Kenya does numerous things for her charity, fundraisers, and other projects to help kids. People just don't like Kenya because she catches the shade and doesn't back down. Right. I feel you on that.
Yeah, she don't.
So Blue Skies, we do have a caller, so you can stay on with us. So let's you on with Wiley and Blue Skies. 9431. What do you have to say, caller?
Okay, this is my thing, Wiley.
Yeah.
And forgive me because I'm driving people, so don't y'all roast me. I like Kenya a little bit, but I love Nene. I think what Nene did as far as leaving the show this time was showing how much she was needed. I like the fact that she left and she got on Portia phone. I thought that was funny as HE double hockey stick.
Oh, I forgot that. Thank you.
Yeah,
and Andy
I thought that was pretty clever.
And he was like, skip. He was like, come. I think he cussed and told her to come on the live, come on the screen. I think Andy he was pissed. He was pissed at her. He was pissed.
Andy, the messy.
He cussed. I think he cussed.
Nene makes her own rules. And see, I think that she likes Kenya on the show. I think she wants Kenya on the show because Kenya is not an easy read. And it keeps her from looking like a bully because some of them are very simple-minded. Yeah. I think that it's going to be hot and heavy come next season. I think that Eve is using Yvonne so that she can have a storyline, so that she can try to beef with Nene. But I do not like the fact, and I don't care what nobody says, I don't like that Kenya hide her hand. Now, that's one thing Kenya needs to stop doing. Like, if she can own her stuff, I would be cool with that. But Kenya doesn't never own up to anything. And that
sometimes she does. Sometimes she does. When she does, she'll say she's sorry. She say, well, I said that, and I said I was sorry.
But we know she don't mean it. And I'm gonna tell you somebody else I need to get rid of. I don't watch any of Candy's spinoffs, and Candy can go.
Candy
she only get hype.
Thank you.
Doing the reunions as well.
Thank you,
She really does.
The last
But
time I
tell you
remember of
one
Candy
thing.
is when she was crying when they said that she was a lesbian or something like a legend and all that stuff. Candy definitely can't go. I think
No,
that
they said that she raped some. They said Portia said that she put something in her drink and they were going to try to rape
oh
her.
yeah, I remember that.
She was mad.
And that's the only time when she started crying. You said that, and see, that's the way I be telling her when she pulling your strings. She got that. There, I just know her cry. Like I told you that Candy should definitely play a crackhead on a movie. Like she definitely should play a crackhead because she got that crackhead type of cry.
She mustered up those tears on the Masked Singer. Did y'all see that?
It's all alleged.
The Singer when she won, she did it then. I said, does she ever have a moment where she doesn't cry and she's happy? But her family is really not that interesting. If that's the case, they need to just go in here and give Mama Joyce the peach, okay? Because she's more entertaining than Kim.
Oh. You said that. You said give the mama a peach, and you right because she.
Give Mama Joyce the peach.
Mama Joyce do need the peach.
You know what? Now this is the tea, and this is what I want to know if it's true or not. They said that Candy and Todd was the one who supposedly told on Apollo. Now I want to know if that's true, and if Apollo is itching to get back there to address that.
I would, but you know what, ma'am? Because I was on the show on A.T. Elliott with Greg. Was that Greg? Was that his name, Greg? I hope I said his name right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was on there for a debate. Cynthia ex-husband. And I said he need to come back on Real Housewives because he's messy, but he's masculine. You know what I'm saying? He ain't messy and feminine. Bye. He masculine, messy. And that turns me on. You know, when you're masculine. Oh, no, that ain't Greg. That's Peter. That's Pete. Thank you. I said Greg. That's Nene's husband. Nene's husband too could come back. That's Peter. I'm sorry, Peter. He's masculine, nasty, and messy. And I was so attracted to it because he talks a lot, but he's very messy and he loves inserting himself in women's business. And that's why I like Peter. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I want Phaedra back.
He pushed, but I don't think Apollo will come back.
But Peter,
I don't think Apollo will come back.
Oh no, Apollo said he would come back. But Peter pushed
he want that
Cynthia's character.
Yes.
He did. Peter pushed Cynthia's character. I think that's why Cynthia stayed on the show. Because people wanted to see Peter and what he had to say and what he had going on and what he was going to do and how he was going to the church money.
Because he
used to go toe to toe with Nene.
Right, because Peter was more entertaining than Cynthia. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot. They do need to revamp it a little bit with some hungry folks that's more time because it gets kind of stale. You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of it's time for
stale. But let me ask y'all this.
Okay.
Do you all think that maybe Nene put Ivana up to this so that she could have a storyline for next year? And that would be a way to be able to bring Ivana in so that Ivana could keep getting some coins.
Mm-hmm. No, I just think that
Nene don't need a story. Nene don't need a storyline. She started Housewives.
Right. I think she. It's a power play.
She don't need no storyline.
I think it's probably a power play to get more money. I think
you have to have a story. You have to have a storyline to be on.
Nene is the storyline. Like she can come on there and show with her and Greg are doing her businesses, whatever. She can come on there and just have tea with the girls every once in a while. She
right.
don't have to be on there every episode.
But you know what too? I think Nene. I think Nene wants more money. I think that what she showed was how much power she had for negotiation. Because don't they have to renegotiate their contract about how much money they need for the show?
Yeah, I think they do every
So
she get a lot of money. She just gotta manage her money.
Right. But that's the thing. She don't know how to. Like a lot of them women and queens in Atlanta, they get a good little something. They get a Bugatti, a mansion. This is the thing. Why do you need a mansion that you've written and you're not owning it and it's only you and your husband? Why do you need all of this stuff and you can't afford it? Because
She said she owned her home.
But that's what she said.
And,
Did you fact check
she
it, ma'am?
said-
Can we go to the Georgia records, property records?
No, I didn't check anything.
Okay,
I just-
that's all alleged.
But I'm just saying. She said she owned her own home. If she lied, that's on her. Okay, she the one that say. And then on top of that, I know her son. He still stay there with her as well. So it's not just her and Greg in the house.
It's just me. It's like whenever I get my opportunities in Hollywood, I want to take care of my money. I don't want to just get a mansion just to say I have a mansion. I'd rather have a portfolio. Did I say that right? Blue skies.
Right.
Dividends.
A
portfolio. Cash.
Well, see, you're smarter. We know 50 don't taught you well because you got us on that 50 book. Right?
Oh yeah, baby. I've been drinking that portfolio juice. I don't know what I've been sucking on or what I've been snoring on, but I've been on some financial. So I'm watching financial videos, looking at the stock market, see what stocks I can buy.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd have been sleeping with. I don't know who punani I was eating. Maybe she was a stockbroker, allegedly. But whoever put that punani on me got me into the stock market. So, that's
that stock market. While that stock market going up and down, I'm telling y'all people, watch that stock market go up and down, get you Robin Hood app. Watch that stock market go up and down and get you some of them stocks.
And that's what I'm saying. Cause like
this is what I want to know too.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm
sister.
sorry, I have one more.
Oh, go ahead.
If Eva and Nene made amends, I want to know where's all this hate coming from?
From who?
If Eva,
From Eva.
oh, she don't have no. Now she don't have a story. She's boring. I think Eva is boring, and she know that she's boring because she's watching me right now, Eve, and she's watching the tweets, and she don't like it that she's boring, and them titties, Lord her. And then how your husband is representing Yvonne? How your husband
talking about he's working? I said, well, girl, he just started. That was one of the moments where I had to holler at the TV. I'm like, girl, he just started. Because we ain't heard about him doing nothing else.
He run for mayor and he lost. I didn't know he was with the
he did lose. He did lose. And her and Kevin McCall stuff got to go.
Aggressive. Her reads is so like, okay, you going overboard.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, son, is making up for that nappy head comment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And my thing is this. It just wasn't right. Just like the other lady that was on Living Single. What was her name that got on the show?
You talking about Kim Fields?
Kim Fields. It wasn't a good fit for Kim Fields. This is not a good fit for her. Maybe if it was a reality show on models that flopped, models that was has-been show, just like a has-been rapper, a has-been fashion model. She needs to be on a has-been show.
Models can get pregnant show. Models.
Yeah. Only part that I like is what would have made her storyline interesting if her ex-husband, the one that called me the F word, and he said when he come to Dallas he gonna beat me up.
Oh yeah.
Kevin
McCall.
Yeah. If Kevin was on the show, that would have been she would have had the most popular storyline because when she started.
He's not stable in real
but
life.
I know that, and that's the type of people I want to see, unstable folks, because they do good for television. I want to see unstable. That's why that Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston reality show still get talked about to this day. Because
I used to love that show.
You understand? Because they was both crackheads, allegedly unstable. It makes for good television.
They let Bobby Christina. Remember, she gave Bobby Christina all that money in London to go shopping, and she was like 13 or 14 years old. She gave her a stack of money.
So that's that. But
the sister was jealous. Yeah.
But that's what That's what we're telling, and that's what I think Kevin and he would have dropped. Thank you for that real tea on Eve. But that's what I'm saying. That's what the show need. The show needs some spice. It's very stale to me. It's like I'm eating bread. And you know, have you ever ate like bread that wasn't fresh bread? It was fresh on one part. You kept eating one. You know, no.
Yeah.
I'm looking for some entertainment. I love crazy. And Kevin, if you ever do come to Dallas to beat my tail, come on. I love people that's crazy because I'm crazy.
But you know what, though? I think that we got an undercover crazy on there. And I don't care what nobody say. I think that if Tanya got comfortable and she broke out of her shell, I think she could get a little crazy. I like Tanya when she get a little turned up.
Oh yeah,
Already
I
seemed
do.
a little touch to me.
yeah, she is. She is touched.
Yeah, but I think that if they started like hitting her nerve a little bit more and playing with Paul a little bit more, I think they'll have to drag Tanya up off the scene for real.
Right.
I think she would lose her mind. I like Tanya. I do. I think she gave it a little spice, but I can't get over how Marlo, when Yvonne was telling her tales, did y'all see how Marlo was shaking her head like, honey, that don't even sound like Nene. That don't even
Marlo
sound
a true
right. Now, y'all
friend.
right. She is. Cynthia, she do need to go. And Cynthia, a darn fool, talking about some, well, she's here and Nene not here. I wouldn't be there either. See, Nene is smart because she released Yvonne's text messages in advance, and we saw those, even though we didn't see what Nene wrote back to her.
But can I say this though?
Already pleaded her case.
Portia to
give Marlo a peach.
Yeah, they should. But
I heard Marlo don't want one. They said the reason why is because she don't want people all up in her business like that.
Right.
And they said that actually Marlo was making a lot more than some of the wives that was coming on there.
Wow.
Now, Portia, I like her little spunky attitude too, baby. And I think that if they do have a reunion and they get her Eva together, Eva gonna get popped upside her head.
Yeah, Portia is good. Like, let me tell you, I love Portia.
Portia and her boy, her fiance.
You know what? I don't care for Dennis, but the thing about it is I think that Portia knows how to use him into the advantage of being able to connect to the people. Because what woman haven't been with a stupid man? I mean,
is that the man that's on the screen?
That's her connection.
Tom Wiley.
Oh, I got that picture up on the screen, but I really, but Portia is definitely she is so good. Look,
she really loves him.
I know he must got some good.
She do. She love him, but Portia
Really
I don't care what nobody
he
says.
don't love her like that.
But he probably got some good peen though. See, it ain't about the love; it's about the D. I think Portia been.
I don't think it's the D, Wiley. I think it's the head, baby.
It's the head. It's the head. I think that it does her really.
I think it's the head, baby. Portia suffered from Cinderella syndrome. She wanted fairy tale marriage. She wanted kids. She wanted that ever since she came on the show.
Come through.
But I wouldn't be surprised if she had like a side piece.
But I want to know.
I think Portia, because she's a pretty lady, she got a side piece. I do.
She like a dreamer, you know.
But Dennis, he gonna always cheat though. Yeah, he gonna. I can see that in him. He's just gonna be a cheater, you know. I just really think like Portia. I wish that she can find like a good man to treat her right, because she seemed to be a good woman and she's good looking. Like out of the entire cast for this, she was. I just wanted to go on the screen and just say hello to her. I would just be politically correct.
Maybe you can go to Atlanta and snatch her up.
I should. I should. I'ma just limp on over there.
Business, you got the coin. You wouldn't be in the wrong. She's not married.
She got her princess. What they don't call the princess a crown. What do they call it? What she had on? I have on my
tiara.
Yeah, her tiara. I got on my crown, my drawers on my head, so you know I'm gonna be ready. But oh gosh. But if anybody want to call in, all right, the number is 646-716-8447. The number is 646.
Everybody loves bread.
Oh yes, Greg is good.
I
Yes,
wonder how Nene feel about that because a lot of the times they praise him and love him more than they love her.
because he's not as
That's her
mean.
biggest competition.
He's not as mean. These are my custom made drawers on my head. Custom made. I got flowers because every time I put on some drawers, I want to be.
I can't with you.
I want to be like I'm walking in flowers in paradise. So these are my custom made drawers. And if you want a pair, we're gonna come out with a line. While other folks selling socks, we selling flower drawers. All right. You got something going in your background?
You get ready to get out of here.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
No, hold on one second. It's the people celebrate Memorial Day. I just want to say this. Your show is addicting. It gets me through the days because I work 13-hour shifts.
Oh.
And I just want to say thank you. I hope that God continues to bless you. I hope you continue to grow. And you're the reason why I'm coming to Station Head. So
you come. Oh, Station Head. I think we need to drop that commercial. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Have you heard? The Wiley Show is expanding and will now be on Station Head every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's right. Download Station Head today. You won't because you don't want to miss Wiley being raw and unfiltered.
All right.
Show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Station Head.
Let's do it, yo. Send this home.
Listen, you guys. Wow. She brought up Station Head. That was a good transition of it. So I looked at the ratings. Ooh. And I'm not going to brag or throw any shade, but I looked at the ratings and it was a show at number 4, a show from a man. I'm not going to say any names. Ooh. Of a man that say I would never amount to anything. He called me trash. He said that I am a stalker. But this was before he did a series on me, drag me with his friend and stuff. And he posts on his community wall, this is no competition. This is what you do when you are in competition yourself. He was saying thank you to Richard Romax. He's number 1 and he was number 3. Mm-hmm. But we saw the updated ratings on today. And I'm going to post it on the screen to show the receipts. Because, he was just posting, dogging me out, still dragging me with other gay people with enema juice, got that gaming dress, smelling like boo-boo and all that type of stuff. After you get through screwing on that gaming chair and all that boo-boo stains and stuff. So, but anywho, we checked the ratings and here we go. We are now at number 3. We are now at number 3. He was at number 3. We just bumped him. Get up out of here. And this is me, the black man that everybody dogged. People, clicks, no big production, no blue wall, not yet, not until we get the paint to paint it. No top of the line equipment. We use StreamYard. It's not HD. And we have my audience, according to them, old church lady. They say old church ladies. They said old church ladies. They dog my audience, call them broke. But let me tell you. I want to just throw that to y'all. Talking about my audience are broke. Old church lady. That's what they say. Old church lady. I have a car. And my audience helped me. The old church lady that is broke. And I had a balance of an amount. I'm not going to share the amount or how much the balance was with the car, but it was over a rack. I had a balance. And someone said, I'm not broke. How much is your balance? So I told this person how much the balance was. He said, how much is it? I said, what do you mean? I said, well, my note is $200 a month. No, I'm not asking how much is your note. How much is your balance? I told the balance, and now it's completely paid off. So this is the first time in history I have a car that is paid in full. And that's a good moment because I remember getting cars from places. Hey, come on. I remember getting all these cars and getting repossessed and having this buy here, pay here, these other type of cars that I paid all this money and didn't keep it, got repossessed. And this car is paid off. And I said, wait a minute. And I've been putting in the work. And you all were there. But don't be jealous of me. If you want what I have, go back when I was in a mental hospital. If you want what I have, if you upset, if you want this type of life, but go take on the struggle. If you want the blessings, you ought to also take on the struggles and the tests that I had to overcome. So when people talk about my audience, you lie on the folks. You lie. These people are not broke. My audience are not all and see now. They don't know. No, they are independent, black, successful, white. We got Asian folks. We got people from Canada, from the UK, from all over the world that watches us. And it's not cool just to degrade my audience because you upset that they found me to be entertaining. And I don't need bells and bombs and whistles, and I ain't got to shake my butt. I ain't got to scream and dog out my boyfriend and tell him to put on me some draw. I don't have to do all those type of things, and people watch me. I rarely could just sit here and talk about my family for hours and get an audience. I could talk about celebrity gossip or just talk about me. So when people do all of this stuff, and I have some beautiful, all of my audience are beautiful. The ones that I can see on IG. Beautiful. And beautiful black women. And I have some white people all over. I have a lot of people that follow us. And we're yet growing. People got upset at me because they said, oh, it's a competition. I just want to show he think this is a competition. Everything. I put a tweet out and I put out a tweet. Even though it was inspired by T.S. Madison. Meaning that I copied and pasted because you know my vocabulary ain't that good. You know my vocabulary. You know my grammar is broken. It's broken like a thread. So we put out a tweet. Let me read it. I'm gonna put out a tweet. Give me a second. We sit here for a while. We talk about Wiley now, and it's the station head stuff. So I put a tweet out, and it was copied. It was inspired by T.S. I copied and pasted, but I put my little spice to it. I said, quote, the Wiley Show don't compete with nobody but me. I'm my biggest competition. I do me. Then I go back and critique me to improve me. Exclamation point. And you will only be successful at being you, not anyone else. The king of talk, Wiley. And I approve of that tweet. Even though I didn't create the tweet, I just put my little spouse because I was going through the same thing she was going through. I don't know who she was addressing, but I had to make sure I copied and pasted. And we gave her love. You know, we will be sending her a cash app for me borrowing that and copying and pasting that tweet. So, but I will tell you this. I am having the best time of my life, and I work hard, and I just do commentary. But I have never started a series about a human being to try to destroy them. I haven't done any of those things because that's not cool. That is not cool. Look at it like they need to get some old church ladies too. Thank you for the super chat. Wiley, tell him you go cut you some limits like his boyfriend. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna cut some limits. I'm gonna have to pay somebody to be my boyfriend. Maybe I'll just catfish somebody to maybe. Do y'all think I should retire from cat? Do y'all think I should come out of retirement and just catfish somebody to cut me up some lemons. And this is all in fun. I haven't said nobody's name yet. I haven't done a series about somebody. I haven't done any of those things. But I didn't do all of those things. Only thing that I've been doing, growing, being successful, getting an audience. How do you know that I'm talking about you unless you watch it? And this is something that I want to know. His audience used to not come over to the Wiley Show. And he used to have power until his audience don't come over there to the Wiley Show. But it flipped. Now his audience, they want to see what I'm saying. So you can't ignore me. But it's just like if you shut the door on Wiley, don't make me no difference. I'm going to create my own door because I'm an architect. Okay, that door is locked. Don't worry. We can get a door this way. And when my name were blackballed to be erased, I turned up my personality a little bit higher. And when I know that I'm talented, I'm proving it and showing you about the numbers. Now, a lot of you all would say, but Wiley, why are you bragging about station head numbers? Because so many people are dogging me about my numbers. You at 10,000, you've been doing YouTube for 20 years. You only had a measly 10,000. They dog me about the numbers. You only got 82 viewers. I say I got 82 million. Because you're looking at that screen. That's what your vision, that's what your sight, that's what your vision see. That's what you see right now. But I see 82 million. Hell, I am literally standing in a stadium with thousands upon thousands of people at the Madison Square Garden, at the United Center, at the American Airlines Arena. So that's what my vision is. That's what my mindset is at. And this is just me, and I'm like not really talking to you, so I'm talking to thousands and millions of people. So I'm not going to let nobody deter me or stop me. I'm going to keep on going. As long as I have the strength in my body and a voice, I'm going to use my voice, because for so long, being bullied and talked about and mistreated, I allow people just to dominate my voice. But once I learned that I have a talent, that I have a voice, that I am beautiful, you can't tell me to shut up, because I've been shut up for a long time. It's time for me to speak. You should hush. Never forget it. So I will always be that voice and be that person to see, like, even though you may have a cross eye, or you may not have the best of the education, you may not be able to pronounce all the big words, but that don't mean that you can't sit here on YouTube and have a good time and have an audience. So I make sure that I do a good job. Then I see Ahmed Brown 09 in the chat. She have a YouTube channel. And then she was talking about something very positive. So make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. But if I would have known that, now I understand what y'all talking about, because YouTube don't give y'all the notifications. So shout out to Ahmed Brown 09. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her YouTube channel, because she talked about a very serious conversation. I think that conversation needs to be talked about forever, because people need to hear that. But this is the thing about to station here. I went over there to prove a point, to show the world that I am talented. It's that number is only confirmed that what I already know. I know I'm number one. Well, you know, such and such going over there. What do you got to say? I don't care who go over there. I'm gonna do the best that I can do. And I'm not going to let nobody stop me. I work very hard for what I have. And so, again, I want to thank all of the producers for your contributions. And then I don't feel guilty for receiving contributions, because I give you a gift. Your gift will make room for you. If I make you laugh, and if you go to a comedy show, before you get to that comedy show, you're going to have to pay a ticket to get there, right? So you look good. And then some people have so much fun at comedy shows. When they do a picture and they charge $25, the line be long, because they are so excited to take a picture, because you offer me a powerful service. You allow me to laugh or forget about my problems. I have a lot of people that go through a lot of hell in their personal lives. So when they click on the live, they want to laugh, they want to kiki, they want to have a good time, and I make them feel good. So of course they will donate. And you ain't got to pour their arm. They will give, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't feel guilty, because I give you my time and I tell jokes and I make you feel good and educate and we just entertain you. And so it's nothing wrong with that. And never let nobody make you feel wrong because if you can't get no money for what you do, that's you. You ain't got the talent. But if you got the talent and people are willing to invest in you, take it. It's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Acceptable and don't explain it. And the reason why I'm explaining for anybody that's battling with there's nothing wrong with that. Because I can remember walking, struggling on the bus. I had lost a lot of weight too. Someone saw that and it was on camera. It wasn't no scam. Y'all seen how it took us 2 hours to get from my house to get to South Dallas to work. Y'all seen it was light out when we got on that bus, but when we got to work, it was dark. Y'all said, Wiley, you go that far? I said, yes. And someone asked, Wiley, why do you go that far to work at that particular nursing home? I said, because the bus allowed me to get dropped off right in front of it, and then the bus take me there because I needed a job that is reliable with public transportation, because having a car, I didn't have a car at the time, and all the other good jobs in the Friscos and all these big, powerful places that pay me good money, I couldn't get to them because I did not have a car. So I had to go all far away from where I stayed at to go work at a place that wasn't the best place to work at, but it was a job. So I would work 10 to 6, get off of work and go back to work on YouTube religiously. I knew when the connection wasn't going to work. Okay, it's going to buffer. It's going to buffer. We on the bus. Y'all seen me on there. And we were able to do the most powerful shows in the history of the Wiley Show. And we were on the bus and on the train. I made it look like to be fun because I wasn't ashamed. Because I was actually doing something that I love. Anytime you get on the bus and the train, you talking to your audience, you love that. And I don't just talk for 10 minutes. I talk for hours. Hell, we done a show for 9 hours and 44 minutes. So I'm not ashamed. And let me tell you something, people, if you're watching this, if you're a YouTuber, I'm going to say this again. Don't get deterred by the numbers. Keep being faithful. And God will reward your faithfulness. He will reward your work. Keep planting seeds. Just keep planting and keep moving. And don't stop. And when you do get money, take care of your finances. Gotta say that. You got to take care of your finances. Don't spend all your money. So if you get a $15,000 check a month, don't spend it all. Make sure you get a portfolio and make sure you invest in what you get, but don't spend all your money. So I've learned that by watching other YouTubers, because I never wanted to get on here every other month asking for a GoFundMe for this, GoFundMe for that, GoFundMe for this. I never wanted to be that way. So I would say only time when I do come through, I come through because I still work. And that's why I say I'm going to keep my job, because I like having multiple streams of income. I don't like to depend on people so that's all we keep a job. And I thank God for all the people that contribute to me. Thank you. Because everybody that have contribute, I gave them something. I gave them laughter. I gave them entertainment. And some, I get on the phone and I talk to people for hours about their personal problems. Some people went through some heavy stuff. I talked to some people, it would be 9 something at night. I get a phone call. Didn't get off the phone till like 8 in the morning, because that's what they were going through, something like that. So a lot of time I have sacrificed a lot of time outside of YouTube to help some people. So if I ever get a blessing, oh baby, I'm gonna love that, because I put a lot of time and energy. A lot of people go through that. I don't know how to do that no more unless you're paying, but that is a lot of time. But when I first started, man, I used to get on the phone for hours. I'm going through something. While you got a couple of, yeah, tell me what's going on. Make them laugh on the phone. Make them laugh on the phone hours. I got to go to work. It's 5:45 and I'm at work. Rushing. Got to take me a whole bath. I ain't got time to take a shower. I was on the phone counseling somebody. I got to be on time. Limping. Leaving work, limping, hurting. Got to come back and do another show. And I will check on you. I would. Some people, if it's a moderator, if it's whomever, if I don't see you in a while, I will call you because you will fall on my heart. I was like, hey, how you doing? I will call you just like some people will call me. And some I have good relationships with outside of YouTube. Good relationship. And I know when certain ones go through certain things because we just like a family. And I think it's going to be greater with it. Just like, oh my gosh, with some people that I'm not going to name, it's going to be some greater relationship. It was somebody that I know that watches us religiously, gave me a whole strategy and a plan to do some things with our comedy stuff. So it's a blessing. That's all you search my name. What do you know? Wiley, what you did was a blessing. We don't always receive a financial blessing, but God bless you in other way. Right. Amen. And I love it because when I'm going through, people call me in real life. Hey, Wiley, what's going on? Pookie Poo. No, I ain't get that much rest. Hearing all them voices. I keep it real. I ain't been rest. I'm hearing about 15 voices. I'm pacing. I'm manic. I've been that way. So it's some people that if I'm gone for some days, I'm going through it. And people, baby, my phone be go. And that's what I knew. It wasn't the numbers. It wasn't me going viral. It wasn't the Jason Lee. What I knew that I'm finally on the right path is when I take a day off, when people call me and say, you need to do a video, when they request, and I just took a day off. I was just taking a day. One day I took 2 days. I took a weekend off. Baby, why did I do that? I got so many emails and calls, and I said, wow, because I spoil the audience because I go live every single day. If y'all have it, I get off here. Y'all want me to do another show. But I have to learn how to turn it off and get some sleep because I'm just that addiction. I'm addicted to doing shows. I'm addicted. I'm so addicted. It just don't make no sense. Man, it'd be 12 midnight. One time I was on a 24-hour tour on YouTube. I was up all day. And then once I got done with my last tour, I had to get up and go to work. I had to get up, baby, the voice to say, yeah, you should have went to sleep. And then I pop up on Patreon and say, yeah, we're only going to be here for 10 minutes. It turned into 3 hours. So the creative juices just run through my head, blue skies sometimes, baby. It just keeps me up. Them creative juices definitely be running through my head. Now I was gonna go to the store and give me a chicken sandwich, but I'm just gonna stay in the house and warm that chicken up because baby, I don't need to be outside. Now with these voices creeping up in my head, I'm gonna stay right here. Because I don't want nobody to pull me over. These voices. But yes. Oh my God. So I just want to thank y'all for that. And for the card thing, I really appreciate that because y'all were such a blessing for me for that. And I'm forever grateful. And that's why we made sure to keep the card note paid every month. I never missed a payment. Never was late. Unless the lady talking about 20-something cent I owe. That was the first time in history they called me said you owe about 20-something cent. But now we have paid it off. So I thank you all for that. Y'all have been just so good to me. And I wish y'all nothing but blessings. Shout out to the church video. Baby, y'all let me have it on Twitter, Facebook. Y'all, it was mixed, but y'all was entertained. And so we thank you for that. A lot of people were concerned about the library thing. Yes, that's 11,000, but God, that's whatever was toward the cardinal is going to go towards. Now we don't have that. We're going to go towards the library balance. We're going to make it do what it do. And I told somebody, say it will be paid because I'm going to work very hard. If it gets to a point where I have to work doubles every day, I do it because I have done that before. I have worked doubles and doubles and doubles. I'm not afraid of work. Never been afraid of work. And, it's jobs that are begging people to work. So I'm not afraid of work. I love to work. But my prayer is to make sure that I'm investing in the right things and that I'm not counterproductive and that everything that I do is very productive for me and my brand. Right. And then also after I get through making y'all laugh, that I do take care of myself by getting 8 hours of sleep. And I always say that, and then I don't get to bed until like 12 or 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Because the creative juices just be flowing. And every time, man, it just be so. And now that I'm on Station Head trended, it be stuff popping up over there. Because you have a work ethic. Thank you so very much for that. But God bless y'all again tomorrow. Oh, we got a phone call. Let's go to the lines. 9394. Calling you on the air.
Hey, Wally, how are you today?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. This is Jessica. I was calling in because I want to know if once you get into the industry, like what's your main focus? What like part of the industry do you want to focus on the most? Like entertainment, acting, like politics, news, and then what would be something that you would change or like a big thing that you think you would be able to change in the industry?
Producing and ownership, like what Tyler Perry is doing and putting people on.
Okay.
Like I don't want to have to go
like acting.
Like acting, like doing like of course I want to act and direct and do comedy, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to have to go like to like comedy clubs. I want to just directly with my consumers. I want to build up a bigger fan base that word spread out, that I just book venues to do my own comedy specials without me paying a promoter to promote it. That is me complete assets that my production company put it together and we tour the country.
So you want to do like, because nothing's wrong with a comedy club, actually.
There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. It's just I want complete creative control and most of the money. I don't want to do all that.
Do you believe that? That happens in business? Because I know sometimes we need loans. You know, sometimes we need people to help us. Because when people come together, you get a bigger pot. Because you could have 100,000. But if someone wanted to give you 500,000, that would definitely make the project move.
Absolutely. But if you have like an audience and you build a big fan base and they love you so much, then you can market to them and word spread out, and then you make most of your money, because it's a lot of comedians out here that you
like independent working.
I like to be an independent person, and that I can see most of my money and not getting screwed and making somebody else rich. And I don't want to be.
What do you think about people like Beyonce? What do you think about people like Beyonce? That when Beyonce first started in the game, she was not making as much money as she was when she. You know,
that's Beyonce.
I heard Cardi B was getting like $500 a show at the beginning.
That's them. That's them.
You gotta like. Work.
Because I'm in a different model now. Now I have an online presence where I have an audience right now. We have 84 people from around the world, 84 million. So you're touching people from around the world. So if you keep doing that consistently, you have an audience. So you just market to your audience. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna be at this show. Get your tickets. That's how you do it, and you knock out the middleman.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want to have to chase nobody down for my bread. After I go to a comedy show, I gotta chase you down for my bread, and that's something I don't want to do, because it's gonna be, I don't want to have to do that.
So I don't know how. Do you know how Tyler Perry kind of started off? Because I've heard rumors like he was a homeless man.
Mm-hmm.
He used to live like pillar to post, and then he all of a sudden just kind of raised up. Do you know like his real story? I don't know.
I think his real story was like he put investments into his work. And he had to rob Peter to pay Paul, take out loans, and eventually what it started to pick up traction, word of mouth, word started to travel. Church people started to coming through, right? And he really started.
I remember those plays. That was a good day.
Those were the good days. And he did an email list, so he built a big brand. So when he went to Hollywood, and when Hollywood rejected him and said, no. He went back to his audience and let his audience know, like, hey, we need this movie, and they made so much noise, and he came back, so he got a real audience, and so that's when Lionsgate kind of helped him to make it through, and that's why his audience is so faithful, is because he built that relationship with them. If he was a YouTuber, his audience would have been his subscribers. So they watch his plays. Only difference is the one on computer, it was in person. He built that relationship. He had their contact information. So any project that he had, he can speak to them directly. And to this day, he have a strong, powerful base because he have a base that's been with him for 20 years. That's why he's not.
Honestly say I liked his earlier movies though. I liked when he did Mad Black Woman more than like the like as time went on. It seemed I don't know if I liked it as much as the original when they were on stage, when they were traveling from city to city. Those were some good days. I feel like I like that production of him, but I'm sure everybody thinks differently. So
right, I did too. I do too, but I just think that his business model, he's been elevated so much that he is into shows. He have a studio now, and he's a co-owner of BET Plus. He eventually one day Tyler Perry will have his own network because he have the infrastructure. He have a lot of shows where he can just be in history an owner of a network that produce 99% of the content. So I just think that he's more so in that because with a play, it take out so much time because you have to tour. It's hard for you to leave a tour.
That's great money though.
It's great money, but it's more, he make better money than like movies and all that type of stuff. It's better with the shows and stuff. Because yeah. Because with the plays, you make money, but you definitely got to go and tour and stuff. What was that?
And what would you when you come into the industry? What is something that you would change, other than of course living debt free and doing it alone? What would be something that you would change about the industry?
I want to have power. So for those people that's been counseled, I can revise their career. I want to resurrect their career.
Who you talking about, Wiley? Who you say?
I like Monique. If I had power in industry, I would give Monique what she want. The type of money.
You was about to say that. I just knew you was gonna say her name.
The type of money that is deserving of her.
Monique is not the only one that's been blackballed.
But I'm just giving you
Megan Good? What happened to her?
I'm giving you the example of someone. That's the type of power that I want. I want to change lives. I want to shake up the industry. So when she get put on and the movie be lit and she get paid millions of what she deserved, I want to make it sure that every studio, because everybody gonna rush me once I give her 10, 15, $20 million payout and the movie hit. Guess what a lot of these actors and actresses are gonna go to? They're gonna come to Mr. Wiley. We got to work with Wiley because he's giving us the bread. And then that's gonna force these other studios to pay black people fairly and pay them what they're worth and not just giving them scraps.
Okay, so in that case, where is the line that comes between Monique being a great actor as far as she being a legendary and she having a bad attitude? Are you going to be willing to work with?
Absolutely, because I don't believe in that. I think that she had, if she ever had an attitude, is that it's probably warranted and not getting paid what she's worth. It can kind of frustrate when you're doing stuff for years and they walk over, you're not paying you what you're worth. But me paying her that, I believe she's going to be very humble because that will be the highest, and that will be what is deserving of her. But you asked me what I want to change the industry. That's the type of power that I want. I do want power, and I want power for people that are quote unquote canceled or quote unquote difficult, that I can have that type of power and help them and make money and just change the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a lot of politicking that goes into that. I think there's a lot of people who've gotten blackballed because they wouldn't play by certain
rules. Because you got to understand, because you got to go deeper. The gatekeepers, the people that do all that stuff, it's time for people that look like me and you to be in those seats of power. We need more Tyler Perrys to sit in those seats of power that make decisions and that can green light your dream. Right, we need more people that can green light stuff, that can fund stuff. So that's the type of power and influence that I want to have, and that I will have.
So, okay, so say when this happens, you are going to be doing your own shows, and if somebody want to come into the, I don't want to stay on the phone too long, but if you have that power, do you know it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to do the one-on-one intimate stuff like we do now? It's not, when you're flying. I mean. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be different.
Of course, it's going to be elevated, but it is what it is. The audience are still going to love it because we're still going to keep that spirit of the intimate setting, that spirit of the show. And there's ways that around it that you can just do that. But again, God is going to bless us so that we're going to be able to help so many people and give other people a chance as well. And if you really watch the Wiley Show, definitely. people come on the show and we give people a voice. People that you wouldn't even think will come on the Wiley Show. We does that. And that's what we do. Even when people drag me, I still will work with the people. Like a person like the person that said he never will work with me, I will still have that power and still will work with him because he's talented. You know what I'm saying? I'm just shady. I love to tell jokes. That's what I do. But I never will be mad and say, oh, I will never want to work with a person. Like, no, if you dope and we can make a bag, let's make this bag. We can hate each other off. We get off this show, but let's get this paper. That's the mindset that I'm in. Now, if I'm young and dumb, maybe I'll say that. But if it's a bag involved and that could be profitable for us both and both our interview, oh yes, I would do something like that. You know, that's just me speaking. To increase my portfolio, absolutely.
Well, I love your take on things, and we definitely here to support you. I hope everything's going good in Dallas. I'm here in Houston. It's kind of storming out here.
Yeah, everything is good. You know, I want to be. I just
you got a lot of work to do, and I always admire your dedication because if anybody gonna be having a video dropped in the morning, it's gonna be you. Because I mean, sometimes these YouTube streets be boring.
I know it, and I work hard, and I work a job. And I think people don't, unless you work in healthcare, you know what I'm talking about. It's very challenging. And I'm going to do a video to really break that down. Working in healthcare during the COVID-19 pandemic. You know, I think people are not really understanding that. And then it's not just working in healthcare, it's working in long-term facilities. I'm putting that down during this COVID-19 pandemic, because I think I'm giving you this perspective. I know people are giving the hospital view, but I'm going to give you the nursing home rehabilitation view.
Yeah.
About how difficult and what typically I go through on a work day or what we're dealing with in these places.
It's crazy here because they had my neighbors out in the pool. They had a big pool party down here. So I don't know what to believe. I mean, I don't want to go into conspiracies. I don't think it's a conspiracy, but definitely if you don't have the intelligence, people have let their guard down because you see everybody else not wearing their mask. And it's just like, it definitely is going down. But also, Wiley, I thought when you were saying, you know, with the industry, I thought you would want to be one of those people that go to the Grammys and kind of interview the celebrities.
Oh no,
so
baby, my vision, baby, I want power. I want.
Because I see you being like on the, like hosting a news show, like maybe like E Entertainment.
Absolutely, I would love to host, but I'm the owner too. Yeah, host. Yeah, but I own the network too. Because, like Barry Gordy, like I want that where I'm producing, hosting, but I own it. I can make decisions because you got to understand I'm coming in as a black man in the industry that typically not black friendly and giving us the power of our narrative. Our narrative get lost. See, if I own a network, even with this presidential campaign, I would literally have female black women leading the conversation on why is it important for a black woman to become vice president, and then have a panel on why is it important for a black woman to be on the Supreme Court, or why haven't a black woman never been nominated. That would be nice. That's what needs to happen, but it needs to be on a mainstream scale. But you need people that is black with power that can make those decisions, and that's the type of power that I want, because I serve a powerful God. Right? So I'm not going to limit God's power or limit my dream because you don't have that type of faith, or you don't have that type of spirit of one that you just want to stay working. You just want to stay small. That's you. But I want to be big. I want that type of power. Now, when you hear power, somebody will say, oh, no. The type of power that I want is to change lives. That's the type of power that I want. To put people on.
You changed my life.
You know, that's the come on. Yes. So that's what, and I love
I need something to do.
I love talking. I love putting people on. I'm like, oh baby, you should do a show. And I have that in me. Oh, you should do a show. Most people that do it, they can't receive it because they too busy taking pain and getting their nails done and getting facials, you know. and they be struggling and they got a gift, but they can't see it. And I'd be like, dude, you are so talented. I talk to some people that can make millions. You know, I just have that gift. I'm like, if you do it, you would be great. And one person that I have said that to actually is successful. And I told him that because this is why I use him as an example, because it helps my case. Because I remember I said, brother, you talented. You called the YouTube. Oh no, Wiley, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I don't want to do no YouTube. I want to stay on Facebook. I said, if you do it, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna be big. And everything that I've said.
Are you talking about Andrew Caldwell? Andrew Caldwell.
Not Andrew Caldwell, but I was talking about somebody else.
What's going on with him? He should take his platform bigger than that, huh?
Andrew Caldwell is getting money, ma'am. He's getting paper. Oh, that man is not broke. He was on a play. He get money. He promotes people products. He just got control over his likeness from the Usher board. Yes, he's not dumb. He played dumb for clicks and views, but he's very smart business wise, because that's his brand. He play like he delivered, but when he get that paper, he gets that paper. Delivered. He get the money. Because when I
be bragging to it, I was like, I don't know if he's telling the truth, because people try to roast him.
He ain't working at CVS no more. He gets money. You know, if you know, whatever it is, that man was on a play and like he does stuff. He was on somebody's record. I think my gosh, was it Sir the Baptist? Somebody record that Andrew Caldwell was on. So the man is not dumb. He may look like it was brand and all that, but he got a good business sense, and he talking to somebody that's leading him and got in the right place. He's verified on Instagram, you know. So he's making his bread. He's on YouTube. So someone he's talking to, maybe his early stages, he didn't know what to do, but I think he have surrounded himself with some folks that are telling him how to move in this business.
That's right. I like him. Maybe that would be so good. I would love for you to interview him.
Yeah. And what happened with the Usher board is the Usher board took his likeness and they were getting videos and they were monetizing off of his videos. They were monetizing off of him, made thousands of dollars, right? So I don't think he noticed how much money he made until someone tapped him and whispered in his ear, say, hey man, you're not, you can get a whole lot more money if they're cutting into your profit, because he will show Andrew Caldwell will show t-shirts. It won't sell like that, but the Usher board, their sales be through the roof because they did a better job marketing him, but they weren't sharing the revenue with him. So that's why he fought them in court and giving out letters and stopped them from taking over his likeness. And he have every right to fight for your stuff because he worked hard to be delivered. Don't call me sus. He worked hard to come up with that stuff. And so you don't want somebody just to rob you, to exploit you, and you broke and suffer working at CVS and people making thousands off your name. That's, you know, so I'm kind of glad that he's going the right way to protect himself. So I wish him nothing but the best.
Well, thank you so much. I wish you the best, and you stay dry out there in Dallas.
Thank you so much. You too. You stay safe in Houston. So,
bye.
All right. You bye. Yeah. That voice was about to change. Oh gosh. All right, let me go to the commercial again, and we're gonna get my closing remarks, and that's it for tonight. All right.
Yes. Have you heard? The Wiley Show is expanding and will now be on Station Head every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's right. Download Station Head today. You won't, because you don't want to miss Wiley being raw and unfiltered. The Wiley Show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Station Head.
Let's do it, yo. Finish on.
All right, so I'm gonna put that link down here in the chat. So if anybody want to come on the show for that episode, we will be live. I put it on here. Let me see. I thought I put it on there, but I will put it in the description box if I can't find it. The episode for tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Let me put it in the chat. So if anybody want to come on tomorrow and get notified, you just download Station Head. You must have an iPhone. For those people that don't have an iPhone, if you're an Android user, you can get on Patreon and we'll be streaming over there. For those people that have Android and you want to listen, you can go on Patreon. That link is down in the chat, and Patreon is like $1.99. I think you can pledge a little as $1. So we have a lot of content over there. Actually, I think the Patreon should be $4.99, but we're gonna keep it like that until the spirit tell us otherwise. But yeah, so it's not $5.99, $25.99. It's actually $1.99, and eventually, once we get more stuff on there, like we got coming, we will probably increase it. And I know probably we will the $4.99, but as of right now, it's only $1.99. So, they asked me about this crown. This was just paying homage of the beef sector, because I said I was the king of the Section 8 sector, but we would say beef sector. So I had to go over there. So I had to put on my crown. I just stepped over there just to talk a little bit. And my name is already in titles. But when you have it, you make people do titles and stuff. Come on, somebody. All right, thank you. But go get me a chicken sandwich. I don't mean I gotta get me a grilled chicken sandwich. I love grilled chicken sandwich. Shoot. Because I ain't got no more salmon and fish. I didn't cooked it all up. Only thing I got in the refrigerator is fruit and a little piece of rotisserie chicken, because somebody else ate the rest of it. I ain't gonna say no names. I said, what happened to my rotisserie chicken? It did have 2 wings on there and a thigh, and it's gone. It did have 2 wings over there and a thigh, and it's gone. Oh yeah, I got eggs in there, but I don't want no more eggs, baby. That's gonna give me gas. So I probably go on Instagram and talk with y'all on Instagram. So if anybody want to follow me on Instagram while we go out and get some chicken sandwiches, y'all more than welcome to follow me. I don't know why I'm patting my head like that, but y'all know y'all women, when y'all put some on y'all head, y'all just be patting y'all head like that. So tomorrow is Memorial Day. So we got a live stream of when I was in DC with Rico, when we was at the White House. I think we went to the White House on that episode. So we're going to restream that at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to get notified, we will put the number on the screen. We have a live stream when we went to DC. We got a lot of DC footage that I am going to put on here and restream for y'all to see it. So we will be restreaming that at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. While I was just asking, why are you patting your head? Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. So if I did not work in a nursing home, I would definitely get like a man wig just for the show as a look. Get the man weave, the look and all that. Just a look, just a kiki and all that. Get the waves, wig. But I work at a nursing home. I sweat too much. So ain't no way I'm do that. I sweat too much. So baby, when you go inside them type of places, you let your hair be cut low. And that's about it. Child, no. Baby, that wig a been in sweated and dropped out and been leaning. Thank y'all so very much. And let me play my outro. We done. This was good. Make sure y'all go and reach in the comments and leave us a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for that. And I'm gonna go on Instagram and go get me a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, hope y'all had a good time on the Wiley Show. And as always, hit that cash app at Marquise Wiley 28. That's MarquisWiley 28. Hit us up at PO Box 7011122 Dallas, Texas 75370. Follow Wiley on Instagram at Wiley Show. Until then, see you next time.
There we go.